Brad Williams, Excel primed. How about we count all rows with 2 or more golf scores less than 70? Here, we're going to look at this list. This list here, actually, this is a conditional formatting deal. Right now, we're not going to focus on the conditional formatting. In other words, if it agrees, if we have trues, then color. Otherwise, just leave everything status quo. Here, we're going to have a variable here. Rows with 2 or more golf scores. Got this sumalt. We're going to take this list and then the golf scores. We're going to fuss around with this and put these golf scores in a row type formation so we can do a little multiplication. That's what mmult's all about, matrix multiplication. We're also going to throw in a transpose and column. Here we have a summary over here, and then we have our anatomy. I broke this down piece by piece. In short, what we're going to do, every cell here is either a 1 or a 0. If it's less than 70, we're going to get a true. Otherwise, we're going to get a false, or a 1 and a 0. That's driven by this negative. Here's our list right here. If I were to put this over the top, it'd be 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And what we're looking for is a row. Keep in mind a row with 2 1s. 2 1s would be rows with 2 or more. The 1s represent scores less than 70. You're going to see here where we have, keep in mind this is the 7 rows. Unfortunately, because of this layout, it's a little funky, but you're going to see that there are, I don't know if we have any matches. Well, yeah. But here 65, 66, that's less than 70. 66 and, well, something screwed up there. And it shows 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why these other ones are. I'll fix that later. But here I just laid out the process. In other words, I took the formula and I broke it down piece by piece. This is golf scores 54, the list here. Golf scores 54 less than 70. If you want to see what it looks like without the unary, it's just going to be, see how it spills over? Probably like to see it this way. It looks a little nicer. Over here, we have the formula, and this is columns golf score. We're just looking, remember, column golf score. We have column 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we look, transpose, so we took this and we just transposed it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because the next step, transpose columns, scores. Here's what the kicker is. We're going to use an exponent of 0. We need 1s. We just need to represent these as 1. So the question is, why don't we use columns? Columns, we'll get to that later. Transpose columns, we'll answer that later. But here we have just 1s. The next step is to take mmult, and mmult is an array times an array. That's why we can use this m multiple or multiplier in order to derive at the final answer. We're going to go sum. We're going to sum all this up. We're summing this list greater than equal to 2 because we count all rows with 2 or more. You can change that to whatever you want, 4 or 3 or that's it in a nutshell. Sometimes cumbersome, you see mmult and you're going, oh no, and you delete this worksheet or you just close the worksheet going, I'm not going to deal with that. Step back, just read the summary, and over here it returns the matrix products of 2 arrays. Okay, we're just multiplying this times this, or this times this, and this times this. This is actually a 1. We're going to take this and multiply it times. Okay, in short, this is how it worked. you would see the numbers here, all right? We have 9, we have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. We have 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to multiply that times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to multiply those 7 times 1. And this is going to go for how many? Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see every semicolon? That's a break. So there should be 12 of these. This, which is all false, times 1. So that means 0, 0 times 1, 0 times 1, 0 times 1. Then we're going to do that with this row. And then we're going to do it with this row. That's why if you look, see here, 1, 2, 3, we'll get 3. And there's only 1 less than 70. There's going to be here, it's going to be 1. We're just taking this one at a time. That's why we're doing this matrix. We're doing this entire thing against the rows here. If you see down at the third to the bottom, we're going to have 2. We have 0 times 1, 0 times 1, 0 times 1, 0 times 1, 1 times 1, 1 times 1, 0 times 1. Those two are sum. You can see it right here. You see comma, 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 break. As I just mentioned, this represents the row. If you look closely, you can break that up. And then it's sum greater than equal to 2. And our answer is 2. I pose this, I must have screwed up in terms of the conditional format. No. The conditional format just highlights anything less than 70. Then this calculation determines the count, whether there are any greater than 2. And you can see there's 1, 2, 3. Read it if you need it. Take a look at the anatomy. Break this thing down piece by piece. Brad Williams, Excel Prime.